Well, hello, Glam Squad. I wanted to share with you all a quick video because I've been reading this book outside of the other books that we're studying from for this month. This one is Miracles Happen by Mary Kay Ash. I've had this book for years and I've read it more times and underlined it more times than you can ever imagine. And what excites me about it is, of course, this isn't about the Mary Kay opportunity. Mary Kay was a success coach and she was a professional businesswoman and she was extremely smart. And so I felt like if she was able to start her company at 65, you know, what could she possibly help us achieve with a company that's less than 3 years old? You know, of course, when we started the company in 2009, but I meant, you know, launched roughly 3 years ago today. So I wanted to share with you just some things that I had been reading in the book. I'm sorry, I'm working on getting the light right. So one thing I thought was really great was a chapter she did on enthusiasm. She said nothing great was ever accomplished without enthusiasm. So I want to read it to you. And it was something else I wanted to share with you as well. So often my enthusiasm for her products made a sale when she least expected it. She said one interesting incident occurred in 1966 when my late husband Mel and I enjoyed a delayed honeymoon trip to Rome. We were sitting in the open air restaurant near the Colosseum, one of those places where everyone sits side by side at long tables. Mel had just finished saying, "I haven't seen any of those beautiful women Europe is famous for. Where are they?" Just then, a gorgeous woman walked in, tall, thin, and stately. She had beautiful black hair and an ivory complexion, and she was very well dressed. We both decided she must be an Italian countess. As luck would have it, the waiter seated her next to Mel and her husband next to me. A few minutes later, Mel took out a pack of cigarettes and the man asked if he might have one. He explained that they had been in Europe for 6 weeks and they hadn't been able to get any American cigarettes. Mel graciously gave him a pack and the man said, "Thank you, I will treasure these." They began talking and the man asked Mel what business he was in. Mel told him, "I'm in a gift business and my wife is in the cosmetics business." The woman immediately became very interested. "Cosmetics?" she asked. "What kind?" "Mary Kay Cosmetics," I answered. "You have probably never heard of us. We're a small company in Texas, just a little more than 2 years old." Then before I knew it, I was enthusiastically telling her all about our products. The purse I was carrying that evening was so small that it wouldn't even hold a lip and eye palette, so I had nothing to show her. But by the time we had finished dinner, she was writing a check out for one of everything in our entire line. She explained that she would be back home in Acapulco in 3 months and asked if I would have the items sent to her by then. My enthusiasm about our products had excited her so much that she wanted to try them sight unseen. After receiving the product, she became even more excited. She kept sending in orders for 3 to 6 complete collections every month or so. I was amazed because the import duty in Mexico was almost 100%, so a collection was costing twice the United States price. Unable to contain my curiosity, I wrote and asked what in the world she was doing with all the cosmetics she was ordering. She explained that because she looked so radiant, her friends constantly asked what she was using. Her response was to give them facials and present the products as gifts. Enthusiasm does spread like that. We have an expression, "The speed of the leader is the speed of the game." Just as a consultant or a satisfied customer can generate enthusiasm in someone, a single person can also generate enthusiasm in an entire group. The best way to do this is by example. If you're enthusiastic as a team leader, if you're enthusiastic as a consultant, if I'm enthusiastic as a CEO of the company, then everyone else around me is going to be enthusiastic. And I believe that our team leaders and our consultants, that they follow the enthusiasm and they follow the standards set by the company. So we have to always be energetic and excited and raising the bar and setting the standard of what we want people to do. And so Mary Kay said that she was thankful and blessed to have natural enthusiasm And she feels like that was responsible for her level of high energy. So even after all those years in business, and no matter how exhausted she was the night before, she awoke each morning with a renewed enthusiasm, and that comes from a place of gratefulness. So she says she loved what she did, and Ralph Waldo Emerson said it best, nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. And that is so true. And so I wanted to go back to something she stated. She said that when she was at dinner in Rome, she was enthusiastically telling the woman all about her company, all about their products. That happens to me all the time. It happens to you all the time. Many of you as consultants never tried the product before you joined. Many of our clients that became clients ordered and paid for before they received the products. They paid for their stuff. So it was because people believed our excitement. They believe our enthusiasm. So you're not selling anything other than yourself. The products will sell themselves. So I just encourage you to be enthusiastic, be excited, and be motivated. And all you have to do is look your best, share your products, tell our story, and Glam Cosmetics, the sales will take care of themselves. The recruiting will take care of itself. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you is the $35,000 list. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm looking for it right quick. Okay, here we go. So the $35,000 list. And what that means is Charles Schwab was head of director of sales for a company, and what happened was the salespeople weren't producing. So he had a gentleman that came in and did a trial of time and looked at how people spent their time. And so what he wanted to do was show Charles Schwab why sales were down. Well, sales were down because people weren't making the most use of their time. They were mismanaging the hours that they had to work. And so what Charles Schwab told Lee to do, the gentleman was Mr. Lee, after he finished the time study, if efficiency and productivity increased, Mr. Lee said, write me a check for whatever amount you think it's worth. Well, Charles Schwab said that productivity in a 3-month trial had increased. Let me see what it was. It increased by 6 times. So when Mr. Lee came in, saw that people were managing their time poorly, showed Mr. Schwab what he needed to do in order for people to be more productive and have more productive hours and make better use of the time at work. Mr. Schwab thought that information was worth $35,000 to him, and back in that day, that was a lot of money. So Mary Kay called this the $35,000 list. So she said, I was so impressed with this story, I thought that if such a list was worth $35,000 to Charles Schwab, it was worth $35,000 to me. So as I pondered the moral, I took an old envelope out of my purse and wrote down the 6 most important things I had to do the next day. And I have continued making that $35,000 list every single day of my life. Everybody has been told to make a list, but this story convinced me that such a tool could actually mean money in my pocket. So I'm going to repeat that again. She said that everybody had told her to make a list, but this story convinced her that such a tool could actually mean money in her pocket. So this list became my mechanism for keeping on track. It's so easy to bounce around on a busy day, looking at 1,000 important tasks and never quite knowing where to begin. This list solves that for me, she said. The list will force you and I to decide which tasks are actually the most important, and for that reason, it's essential to keep the list short and sweet. Don't be overzealous and put down 17 things that must be done, because you'll look at that number and think, I can't possibly do all of this. 6 is an amount that is easily managed, so 6 tasks. And if you reach a point where you can accomplish them all with ease, consider tackling bigger tasks. Most importantly, you must go through the physical motions of writing it down on paper. It's too easy to run the list through your head and ignore or postpone something you wish to avoid. When it's on the list, it's for real. Often I find I'm so busy that I don't have time to refer to my list. But by the time I glance at it again in the evening, I've usually accomplished most of the 6. I think this is because sitting and writing the task reinforces them so that I subconsciously work towards my goals. And so I think that that's so important. I think that's really a smart idea. And then the other thing is, I may or may not have shared with you, is I've started getting up at 5, between 5 and 5:30, 5:37 if I'm hitting the snooze button, because I want to spend more time with God. So I wake up early to pray. I wake up early to hear from Him. I wake up early to figure out what I need to do that day. I wake up early to package orders. I wake up early to email people and share Glam Cosmetics information, mail out samples. I wake up early so I can get things done, because I know during the day as I'm running around, I won't necessarily have the chance to focus on the things that I need to do as it relates to expanding and growing the company. So she states that everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, and that's so true. It's just how we use our time, and we have to decide what's important to us. So Glam Cosmetics, because God gave me the vision, is extremely important to me, and you all are extremely important to me. So I wake up early to work on the business and work in the business so that it can be a blessing for all of you as we continue to grow and expand. So she says, if I get up at 5 o'clock for 3 mornings, I'll have an extra, no, let me go back and read something else. There are only 24 hours in a day, and all of my working life, I've tried to get the most mileage out of those hours. Many years ago, I heard someone remark that 3 early risings make an extra day. Wow, so 3 early risings give you 1 whole extra day. I thought about that and said to myself, if I get up at 5 o'clock for 3 mornings, I'll have an 8-day week. And that's exactly what I've been looking for. Like, how cool is that, right? So you get to maximize and multiply your time. Then I realized that if I get up early 6 times a week, I'd have a 9-day week. I also discovered how much more I could get done during these early morning hours when there were no phone calls and no other interruptions. So when I get up between 5 and 5:37, 6 o'clock, I'm not checking Facebook. I'm not checking email. I'm reading my Bible. I'm praying. I'm writing. I'm listening to God. And then after I finish that, if I still have time left over, then I'm sending out emails, and then I make sure I have enough time left over to package up products, because I want them to get shipped out that day. If I have stuff that I need to ship out or have delivered, I take care of that, all of that, before 7 o'clock in the morning, before 6:30. And then it says, then I realized when I discovered how much I enjoyed a 9-day week, I decided to form my 5 o'clock club. I invite everyone I know to get up at 5 o'clock and join the club. And it's amazing how many people have decided to do just that. So I want to invite you to join Glam Cosmetics 5 o'clock club. Now, of course, we're not going to be on the phone. We're not going to be texting and talking to each other. But you have to hold yourself accountable to what's important to you. But some people are truly their best during the late hours, which I am. I'm a night owl. I could stay up all night till the sun comes up. And when it's time to wake up, I'm like, no, I wasn't ready. But I make myself become a morning person. And then I always extend my invitation to everyone I know, to consultants, to our team leaders, to my friends, to people that I'm coaching. And then those that have joined, they love the 5 o'clock club, because now they're feeling more accomplished. I feel more accomplished. I feel like I've gotten more done. I feel like I don't have to feel guilty when I go to bed and I haven't said my prayers or I haven't read my Bible. I don't have to feel guilty about that anymore. And then I feel like God commands and heads my day up. And I get to hear from Him about what He wants me to do that day. So I just wanted to share with you that now that you have your list, that's it. So now that you have your list of the 6 things to do, your $35,000 list, now that you know that if you wake up an extra if you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you have an extra 3 hours a day, 3 days a week, you actually can add 1 whole day to your schedule. So if you wake up 5 days a week, you actually can add an additional 9 days to your week. So how cool is that? So no more excuses about I can't get it all done, I don't know what I need to be doing. Think of the 6 items that are most important. So just to give you some ideas, on my $35,000 list is follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. So following up with those that said they were interested in our opportunity and sending out that information. Booking Glam Over appointments. Mailing out skincare samples and making the foundation samples to send out to our clients. working on some new projects for the company that they're going to launch. They've just been a little delayed, but they're on their way. And then sending out applications and the Show Me the Glam Money packet to people that are interested, and then touching bases with former clients, so past clients, spheres of influence, database of clients that already ordered to see if they want to reorder. So those are the 6 things on my list as it relates to Glam Cosmetics. So for each business that I have, so for real estate, I have that 6 people list, but that's normally about following up on transactions that are in process. So I just encourage you, make your $35,000 list. Wake up earlier. Get up and get it done, because you can get all of your emails and admin stuff done, your social media posts, your Instagram posts. You can get it all done, and then that way you don't have an excuse as to not to grow your business, because that gave you time to share it and give it to everybody and send it out and be a success. God bless you. I love you. We'll still have a coaching video later in the week, but I really wanted to stop by and share this book with you. Again, it is Miracles Happen by Mary Kay Ash. And you can get this book over on Amazon as well, probably for I think I paid 99 cents for this book. Talk to you soon. Bye.